Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name entity, because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I demand to be released on my own recognizance. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
We've got two extremely wild sovereign citizen court hearings for you today. Try not to lose too many brain cells, because this one gets really heated. The first guy we're looking at is a criminal who completely refuses to give his name, calls himself an entity, and honestly just goes full delusional in front of the judge. It's like he skipped Law 101 and decided to invent his own rules. Seriously though, I want to hear from you. What do you think about all this? Is it confidence, confusion, or just total chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's go ahead and jump into this intense court hearing.
Okay, Mr. Strickland.
Open the door.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
You don't want to hear me.
Sir, can you hear me?
What?
Mr. Strickland, this is Magistrate William Burden. Good morning. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you want to speak with an attorney?
Who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man with a name entity, because that's what I'm trying to find out right now, Judge. Who are you speaking with? The name entity or the flesh and blood?
I'm speaking to the person that's talking to me right now.
I am executive of the name entity. That's you talking to right now. Do you understand? I am the executor of the name entity. I demand to be released on my own recognizance. I have right here, Judge. You see this, Judge? And then I also have a UCC1 in the name entity. So y'all trying to run a lien on the name, that's illegal. Who are you trying to conversate with? The name entity or the flesh and blood man?
You tell
I demand
me.
to be released on my own recognizance. I have a UCC1 here. I've laid claim to the name entity through the Secretary of State and the federal government. Here it is right here, the Secretary of State,
Okay. Sir?
It's right here, Lincoln. To the flesh and blood man or the name entity.
Sir,
I'm trying to ask.
Sir, whether I'm talking to the flesh and blood or name entity, I'm talking to both of y'all at the same time. Do either of you want to speak to an attorney?
No, sir.
Okay.
And I don't consent to an attorney. I don't consent to be in no hearing.
Sir, I just asked you one question. I just need one answer.
And I don't consent.
Okay, I know that.
So who are you speaking with? The flesh and blood man?
I'm really liking this judge so far. He's sharp and pretty witty, but man, these Zoom court hearings are driving me nuts. The defendants are just talking over the judge like it's some kind of open mic night, straight up disrespecting him, and there's absolutely no order in the courtroom. Like, can't we just mute this guy? Honestly, Zoom might work fine for meetings, but for court, it's just total chaos. Let me know what you think about these Zoom court situations, because I really feel like they should only be done in person. There's just no control here. Anyway, let's jump back into this mess.
Sir, I know you want me to release you.
Here it is.
Are you gonna let me talk?
Here.
Are you gonna let me talk? Sir?
Sir?
Are you gonna let me talk? I got some questions for you.
I'm here without consent.
Put the paperwork down,
I don't
sir.
consent to this.
I know you don't consent to this. You want the court to release you, is that correct?
Yeah.
Want to release you, the entity, or the person in the flesh? Which one?
Flesh and blood man. I own the entity, so it's going to be released anyway.
All right, now.
For UCC1, everything.
If you don't, when I talk, you listen.
I am.
If you don't want to talk to an attorney and you don't want to be arraigned today, we're going to put you over to tomorrow. You understand that?
But we already been through this. I am the executive of the account.
Let me know if you lost any brain cells from that first hearing, because I'm pretty sure that guy was either mentally unwell or just living in his own reality. Anyway, let's jump into an even more heated sovereign citizen case. This one's a real gem. She goes full drama mode, pulling the classic "I don't understand" act like it's some kind of magical get-out-of-jail-free card. Instead of just paying a simple traffic ticket, she decides to blow up on the judge, and trust me, it turns into a full-on show. Let me know what you think about it. Let's go ahead and dive in.
Phillips, the natural woman, on the
Okay,
record and for the record, and let the record reflect. Can you guys hear me?
Very
It's saying I
loudly.
have an unstable connection. Okay, just making sure.
So on October 9th, defendant was found in contempt of court. So that still stands, ma'am. You can choose not to have counsel if you want, but you need to understand that you can get up to 90 days on the contempt of court matter. Do you understand that?
I do not understand any charges. I only understand universal law and the right to live in peace and to live as I intend to.
But given that she doesn't understand,
Was never let in, just like now. You administering the trust without consent?
I'm not going to be.
I'm having a bad connection. It's going in and
I'm
out.
not
I'm
going to
not
be
hearing nothing
releasing
you
the
all are
public
saying.
defender's office from this case because I don't think she fully understands the consequences of her actions, and so she will continue to have the public defender.
I don't need a public defender, Judge Washington.
Ma'am, I asked you a simple question and you did not answer the question in a way that makes me feel comfortable that you don't understand that you understand the laws of the state.
You all are speaking legalese. You all are speaking legalese. For me to say I understand the charges gives you all permission to administer the trust.
Okay.
I don't understand the charges.
Which is why you will not.
And I do not need counsel. I don't need representation.
Your request is denied, ma'am. You will have representation. All right. Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client wants to do?
Oh my goodness. This is
the charges?
You cannot make me have an attorney.
Well, actually I can, ma'am.
Like,
I seriously can't stand these Zoom court hearings. Like, what even is this? The judge's only defense in this whole situation seems to be firing back with witty remarks at the defendant, and honestly, I kind of feel her frustration. What has the courtroom even turned into? At one point, the judge appoints her an attorney, and this woman actually has the nerve to start yelling at him, and guess what? No consequences. Zero. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I know I already went off about this earlier in the video, but it really gets under my skin. Anyway, let's jump into the rest of it.
Public defender. All I'm trying to do is get the case settled. That's all. This has been going on for so long. A waste of time and money, honestly.
Mr. Barnett, is there an offer?
There is an offer for the civil infraction and expired plate.
Your Honor, I'd be happy to go into a break-in with Ms. Phillips and explain that to her.
Right. I will let you do that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Assistant Public Defender Davi Liebe on behalf of Ms. Phillips. Ms. Phillips, could you unmute and state your name, ma'am?
Shannon Phillips, the natural woman.
Lebo, where are we with this, please?
Your Honor, I did have a discussion with Ms. Phillips. I did attempt to explain the importance of representation, why the court has asked that she have an attorney in this matter, as well as conveyed Mr. Barnett's offer. Ms. Phillips indicated to me that she still opposes having an attorney. Additionally, indicated to me that she is not, at this time, wanting to accept the offer of an expired plate.
Well, I think the offer was for a civil infraction of something different.
I believe was the civil plate infraction.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
It's improper plate.
What was the offer again, Mr. Barnett?
It was the civil infraction of having an expired plate.
All right, thank you. And not the criminal, not the
Correct.
criminal infraction. Okay. So, Ms. Phillips, that's correct. You're rejecting that offer.
The offer of what? He didn't offer anything.
Ms. Phillips, he just told you that he's offering,
Am I not hearing something?
he just told you that he's offering you the civil infraction of expired plate as opposed to the criminal offense of expired plate. One carries
Okay,
a,
but according to the Supreme Court, traffic infractions are not a crime. The people versus battle. So what criminal infraction? And I would just like for the case to be dismissed. One, because your who was it, Officer Hannah, and 3 more officers were surrounding my vehicle, pulling my door handles, threatening to pull me out of my vehicle.
Miss Phillips,
This woman seriously needs an attorney, like, immediately. She's out here giving away key details during this hearing that could easily influence a jury if this ends up going to trial, which it probably will. I get that she thinks she knows everything, but honestly, why not just pay the $175 ticket and move on with her life? It's such a small price to avoid this level of chaos. These sovereign citizen types are just so difficult, it's like they go out of their way to make things worse for themselves and everyone else. This whole situation feels like such a waste of time. She could have simply paid the ticket and been done with it, but nope. Let me know what you think. Would you fight this hard over a ticket? Are there any sovereign citizens watching this? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's jump back into it.
I didn't tell him anything.
Mr. Lebo?
Right, y'all just hate to hear the truth. Y'all just want to do what y'all want to do.
Ma'am, if you don't stop yelling out in court, you've already been held in contempt before. I'm going to hold you in contempt and give you 10 days in jail. Do you understand? Mr. Lebo, do you know what your client would want to do?
I do not, Your Honor. I did have a discussion with her, but she did not convey to me a desire to participate in that conversation.
All right. Then if she's not telling you, I will set it for a trial date.
Ms. Phillips, Your Honor, I would perhaps ask the court to consider a competency referral.
Nothing is wrong with me, you all. I am perfectly fine. I can handle my own affairs. Nothing is wrong with me.
I see you're doing so well so far. You're almost going to jail on a traffic offense.
And I do want to know that I did attempt to explain to Ms. Phillips why her understanding of the case law regarding traffic offenses was inaccurate, but that was not a productive conversation.
I could see why it wasn't productive. So I don't know that she meets the level of incompetence to the standard that you're indicating. That if you want a referral, because you've talked to her and that's where you are, I will refer her for a competency. If she doesn't participate in that, then she'll be found in contempt or have to go to jail to get it done. So her behavior here today is obviously taking her down a very dark path. Hopefully she can change her mind and do something appropriate. So you either want to have a trial, ma'am, or you want to actually accept an offer. So those are your options.
This jury trial is not going to end well for her. The jury will probably hear her speak for 5 minutes and already be leaning against her. It's like she's doing everything possible to lose. Not only is she making herself look bad, but that whole arrogant I know better than everyone attitude just makes her come across as really unlikable. Honestly, when you walk into court with that kind of energy, you're basically sealing your own fate. The judge, the jury, even people watching from home are all going to think this is an easy decision. I'm actually curious to see how it all plays out. Let me know if you'd want to see the jury trial once I upload it. I can definitely share that, and I have a feeling it's going to be a complete train wreck. That's going to wrap up this breakdown. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. If you enjoyed this wild ride and want more reactions like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I also want to hear your thoughts. Do you think she has any chance of winning her case? And what do you think about Zoom court hearings? I'm not sure if this is an unpopular opinion, but I really think they should be phased out. They feel like such a waste of time, and they always seem to get rescheduled. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching, and take care.